So as I'm recording this right now, it is November the 11th,
25.
and I'm putting together the Christmas bonuses
Oh,
for my team. And so I call my wise mentor, friend, partner, Jimmy Reed. And Jimmy, you're much more methodical than I am on business, right? You're very humble. I'm just telling you, you are. And so I do things a lot by the seat of my pants, and it's done well for me, right?
obviously.
Yeah, but you're much more methodical, and it's done well for you, right? So anyway, so I called you up and I said, "Hey, man, when you're writing Christmas bonuses, like, and dude, I want to be Santa Claus,
Yeah.
right? I want to get, Diane, my one of my partners over here, says, Carl, you always want to give away the farm because I do want to give away the farm, but I know that's not a good business move because we need to make sure we have reserves so that when planes fly into buildings, COVID happens, we got reserves. So anyway, so
Well, there's more reasons than that, but keep going.
yeah, so tell me, uh, so I'm wanting to do Christmas bonuses. How do I put a number to it? Like what do I do?
So we're going to talk about the whole topic. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you know how when you grew up, wherever you grew up, whatever household you had,
yeah,
whatever
hmm,
whatever you had, whatever your experiences was, whatever your activities were,
yeah,
you kind of think everybody had that
yeah,
when you're
yep,
little, right? You
yep,
think,
yep, hmm,
right? So I played soccer and basketball and sports. I figured everybody played sports. And my dad had a boat and we water skied, so I figured most people water ski.
yeah,
And um and the truth is that's not true. And and so the reason I tell you that is like you think everybody's like you.
hmm,
Everybody wants what you want, and everybody expects what you expect.
hmm,
And brother, it's not true. And and to go on from that position is 100% commission salespeople is the smallest percentage of the population for employment. In
hmm.
other words, the least amount of people in America have that job. Like even pharmaceutical people aren't that, right? They have a high base and a
Yeah,
bonus.
yeah, hmm.
But the 100% in commission,
Which is what most of us loan officers and branch managers.
yeah, even if
Yeah,
we get paid an hourly rate, it's a factor of our commission. In other words, it's not in addition to, right?
yeah, hmm,
Right. And and that makes us so you take that we're super really honestly 5% or less 5% of the population, 5% of the income earners, that's us. And we think everybody thinks like us, and everybody wants what we want, and everybody feels rewarded the way we do. And it's
hmm,
just not true, right? So the second thing to think of is uh, when Intel or Microsoft has a booming year, they don't change their Christmas bonus.
hmm,
And when they have a normal year or a slightly down year, they don't change their Christmas bonus. And the
hmm,
reason is people who work for you want different things. Like number one is they want stability, period, full stop. They want the belief that their job is going to continue and their income is stable, period. The second thing they want is to feel like they contribute. The third thing they want is to like the people they work with, to like the culture, right? And compensation is like fifth. They want benefits fourth, I think, right? So like compensation is like fifth, and for me and you and 5%, 100% commission people, compensation is probably one or two.
hmm.
So keeping that in mind, it's like, well, how do you maintain? How do you give them what they want? And but also, how do you not disappoint them, right? And disappointing them is like, gosh, it crushes me. So I have a really good year and I go really generous with Christmas bonus. And then the next year, rates go up 3% and I do very little or no bonus. And they feel what?
Rejected, let down, not wanted, unloved.
which is the opposite.
betrayed.
All kinds of crazy things. Individuals will feel one of those or multiple of those things you just said, right? Which
Mm.
is not what I'm like as a leader, that's the opposite of what I'm going for. So when it comes to and it's going to sound like it's about money, and it's not. It's not about me having more money. It's not. It's about me having a better community, have a better culture, right? So what we do is we put together a committee for a Christmas party. And the Christmas party is not at night, everybody dresses up and you bring your spouse and you go to some fancy place. That's not what I'm talking about. And I really have to give all of the credit to my team, like Tiffany and Rebecca. They do it all. I just ask them to. And so put together a little committee of people in my company, and like three or four people that volunteer. We rig it up like in September or maybe early October, Christmas party crew, and we do a budget and we do an event during the day. They're allowed to invite their family if they want. Some do, but not very many. Some don't. And we'll have like turkey and all that stuff during the day at like noon, and put together an event like bingo or Family Feud or uh like they do crazy stuff. I get so embarrassed. They always make fun of me a little bit too. And then we do raffle for some prizes, like some bigger like prizes, raffle. And and that is the most fun and the thing they look forward to most. And then for like a Christmas bonus, there's a formula, right? So it's the same every year, regardless. If I'm employed, if I'm still working and you work for me and it's Christmas, you're going to get a bonus. And the bonus is going to be based on the number of years multiplied by a dollar amount with a cap.
All right, so don't give me a for instance of an individual, but let's say I'm a loan officer assistant. I'm in one of your branches in uh, Oklahoma. I'm
Uh-huh.
just going to pick a like not San Diego, not the cheapest place in the country, wherever that might be, probably Mississippi, beautiful place, but just very, very affordable to live there. But just kind of a middle of the road, they're making 50 grand a year. Walk me through how you figure out 50 grand a year, and they've been with you for 3 years.
So an example of a formula is, and it may not be mine,
Okay.
$100 a year for every year you work for us with a
Okay.
cap of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
I
years.
get it. Okay.
That's it.
And so whether I'm making 50 grand to 100 grand, it's that way everybody gets rewarded equally for their loyalty. And those that are bring more value to the company to get paid more overall, and those that don't yet don't as much. Well, that's an easy
Christmas,
formula.
Christmas bonus.
$100 a year.
That's an example.
I
You can
like that.
pick, you can
No,
pick,
I get
right?
it. I
So
get
like,
it. I get it. I
yeah,
get
so
it.
like a bonus is not a Christmas bonus. A Christmas bonus is not compensation. So to just go a little deeper, right? So my ops manager, I, I love her, and she has my back, and we fight, but we fight to make our branch better. We don't fight because we're fighting, right? We debate what's going to make our branch better. And she has a bonus program, part of her compensation, and it's significant. That's not the same thing as a Christmas bonus.
Mm.
That bonus is part of her compensation package. It's a reward based on whatever we decided it was based on. And people, frankly, in the mind, we mix the two. And I have learned that this the very, very hard way. Like, in COVID, we had monopoly money years, and we want to. I want to share. Like, I know it's going to sound crazy, Carl. I don't want to be a billionaire. I really don't.
Mm.
I we could talk about that sometime, but I I don't. And I don't want to spend all my money either. And I don't know what that makes me. My dad says it makes me a minimalist. I don't know what that is. Um, but the reason is because money gets weird.
Mhm.
And it's not, money makes life easier. It doesn't make life better. It makes you have more choices, but it doesn't make you right. And so those of us who are commissioned, we kind of pursue money at a level where it gets confusing. They don't pursue money the way we do. They're not confused.
Mhm.
The 95%, they're not confused the way we can get confused. And so when we're feeling really happy and really good, we want to give them more money. And when we're feeling weird and not making as much money and not as confident, we want to give them less or no money that year. And that's like parenting them and saying, it's like parenting and buying them beer.
Mhm.
And then next weekend, yelling at them for drinking beer.
Mhm.
Talk about a confusing message, right?
Mhm. So you're saying I shouldn't do that as a parent?
Well, I mean,
Wait a minute. There's
be
another episode.
consistent, right? Be
Yeah, yeah.
consistent, right? Yeah. Like just like if you're gonna do it, be consistent, but
Hmm.
don't flip flop. That's
That's
like
very interesting. You know, one thing I know, kind of separate topic, really. I've always found money to be nothing more than an accelerant. That if I'm heading to good things, it'll take me there faster. If I'm heading to bad things, it'll take you there faster. If I'm running around chasing my tail, it'll have me chasing a little bit faster,
yeah.
a little bit more dizzy. Um, I no, I get the I don't want to be a billionaire. I've often thought the good Lord in His wisdom has blessed me with the amount of success that He think I'm capable of doing and still being generous, a good husband, a good father, a good friend. And I don't know if it got 10 times more than what I currently have, it might start getting weird. I don't know, maybe not. I like to think not. No, I think I would just, I don't, this is a whole nother topic. We can do this another topic. But, for me, as I've made more money, I really haven't changed my lifestyle that much. Uh,
We're saying the same thing.
yeah. I mean,
Here's
I'm,
let me just jump in.
go
What I'm
ahead.
saying is when I look at billionaires and I see what they were willing to do,
Yeah. Hmm.
willing to exclude,
Hmm. Hmm.
person they were willing to be,
Yeah.
I'm not willing.
Yeah. Hmm.
And
I'm,
maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm willing to be wrong about that also, but I at some point I had a just unfortunately I went through a divorce. And
yeah.
when you do that, I highly recommend you seek help
Yeah.
and someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Finally found this guy and he's like, "You ever reconciled yourself?" I'm like, "What does that mean?" He goes, "You ever reconciled who you are and decided that you're comfortable with who you are?"
Mm.
I'm all, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, be who you are." And I know that sounds super simplistic.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Well, you ever felt guilty?
Sure.
You ever struggled to forgive yourself?
Mm.
I have.
Mm.
I've struggled to forgive myself. And you know who suffers when I struggle to forgive myself?
Yourself.
Everybody around me also.
Mm.
Everybody around me struggles when I struggle to forgive myself. Like
Mm.
forgiveness is the greatest thing in the universe, in my humble opinion. It may not be, but for me it is. Not only giving it to people, authentically giving it. Like I don't need, like if I forgive you, Carl, I don't need to still hang out with you, but I can forgive you.
Yeah. Hmm.
Doesn't mean
You
that
know,
doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, it never happened. That's not what it means.
right. Hmm.
But holding on to stuff is like
Hmm. Hmm.
those forgive yourself or you'll pay for it is what my grandma
It's
said.
it's funny you said that. So dude, we have so much in common. It scares me sometimes. You know what my favorite word in the English language is? Grace.
Oh yes.
Grace. That's my literally my favorite word because grace is forgiveness when it wasn't asked for and it may have not even been deserved.
Dude, we are alike. My definition is in loan officer in managing loan officers terms, my definition is explaining it to them one more time, even though you think they don't deserve it.
Mm, mhm.
It's the same thing but different, right?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I love grace. And so
Great.
maybe what I'm hearing out of this, forgiving yourself. Maybe it's maybe it's learning to show grace to ourselves. That yeah, I love grace.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of grace that's been the good Lord has bestowed upon me.
Oh,
I
oh,
like, dude,
undeserved,
undeserved.
undeserved, unearned.
I remember one time, I can't remember if I've told this story on the podcast before, but I was on my motorcycle going through where was I going through? Not that it matters. Going through Tennessee. I'm riding the back roads of Tennessee, and I've got a one of the full dress Harleys, the big windshield on it.
You got ape
And,
hangers?
and I don't have ape hangers.
Oh,
No.
I want ape hangers so
Yeah.
bad. Okay, keep
Oh,
going.
they look so much like work. So so I'm going down this country road, clipping along, not fast, like 50 miles an hour, 55, 60, something like that. A little windshield, and I see this bumblebee heading my direction. It's funny how everything goes slow when these things happen, like it happened in a fraction, but it seems slow. I see this bumblebee, and he's big. And I know I'm going to be okay. I got a windshield, right? And at the last minute, the bumblebee, probably the pressure of the air in front of my windshield, pushed him to the side, and he zinged past my windshield and just missed it. Just missed it. And I said to myself, "Oh, little bumblebee, if you only knew how close you just came." And brother, I no sooner said that, and I heard a voice in my head, "Oh, Carl, if you only knew how many times I have saved you
Oh my gosh.
from running into a windshield."
Just give me tingles.
Dude, I just, and see, that bumblebee didn't know what just almost happened. Never, no clue. And so, yeah, so I love Grace, man. Grace, my,
Oh my gosh, you just gave me tingles, bro.
yeah. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. Yeah, grace is my favorite word. Well, brother, I called you up to ask you about Christmas bonuses. I got that, and I love talking to you, man. I always get all kinds of I get all kinds of stuff. Hey, just real quick, Jimmy and I are doing we're running a little beta group. And as you're listening to this, you might have gotten a little email from me. We send out to a select handful of people that we think we can help. And so we're forming an accountability group. And when Jimmy came up with this idea, my first thought was, Jimmy, everybody wants accountability until you actually offer it to them. And Jimmy said, it depends on what the accountability looks like. Is the accountability with a stick, which is what most people are used to, or is it accountability with a hug, showing them how to make it happen? And so we're running a little beta group. Last time I ran one of these beta groups was about 15 years ago. And that had transformed uh, thousands, literally, of extra loans being closed by
Oh, no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah, literally thousands. And if you would like some more information about our little accountability group we're doing, so it's a very small group. If you're interested in doing that, let me think. What's the best way to do it? Do this. Email Diane at themarketinganimals.com. We'll put it in the show notes. Diane at themarketinganimals.com. And we'd like to hang out with you a little bit and talk to you and see if it's a good match and tell you to share with you what we're doing. So Diane at themarketinganimals.com.
What we're talking about, Carl, is so deep. It's so deep because it applies to your business. It really, really does. Right? So we are boutique loan officers. We really are. Like we're not Rocket, we're not, right? We're not Wells, we're not Chase. We're boutique. We take really good care of people and we pride ourselves on that. we hold hands with our clients, and we pride
Mhm.
ourselves on that. And it makes us for not all loan officers, but for a lot of us, it's like you meet your clients in person, you get to know them, you care about them, and uh, we get stuck because in order to help more and more clients, we have to leverage. We have to leverage. There's only so many hours in a day. And so we hold on to these things because I need to do that. It has to be me or it doesn't mean something.
Mhm.
And that's where I think that what holds back loan officers from growing a team is they make a lot of mistakes, right? But they don't want their team to make any mistakes.
Mm.
And it's just not real. Like I have this rule, and it might be a gym original.
Tell me.
I absolutely refuse to pay you to do a job and then do it for you.
Mm.
I would rather you mess it all up and I have to clean it up.
Mhm. Because I guess nobody learns if you do it for them.
I'll say it different.
Tell
The
me.
only way they learn is when they mess it all up.
Mhm.
Lecture does not work for adults.
Mhm.
Lecture, talk, once they turn 13, that's over.
Mhm. So, in working with Diane for the last 25 years, she's only told me what for one time. Yeah. And
Now,
well,
getting to know Diane, what you just said is what I'm desperately trying to avoid.
yeah.
She has my complete respect. That woman has my complete
So,
respect.
so she told me what for one time.
Yeah.
It was very early on, and she didn't need to tell me twice. Yeah. And basically, it's exactly what you and I are talking about right now. I started to do her job
Oh, we.
over her shoulder. I remember doing it. So I'm sitting there, over her shoulder. We'll do this, do that. And she stopped. She goes, "Who do you want to do my job? Do you want to do my job or do you want me to do my job? Who do you want to do my job?" Hmm. I want you to do your job.
And
Well
wasn't that
then,
the
well then let me, well then let me do it.
best day of your life?
That was the last time she had to say that.
Best day of your life to find someone
Yep.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she could have, because this is very early, she could have quit. Right? She could have went just like, "I'm out of here." Uh, but she didn't. And that taught me a great, great lesson. Because see, what I was telling her by my actions, I care for you, I like you, here, let me help. That's what I was saying,
That's what you
right?
thought you were saying.
That's right. No, no, that was what I was saying.
Okay.
Here's what she heard. You don't know how to do it, and if I want it done right, I need to do it. You're not capable of doing this, which was not what I was saying.
Oh,
Right?
I see what you're saying. I got it. You were sending a message of love and she was receiving a message of criticism.
Yeah. And not that she was not right on thinking that, but that's not what I was saying. So sometimes when we go to help people, like help our team, we're doing it out of here, let me help you out. But what I learned was that's so disrespectful. So she was 100% right. I just want to clarify.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was 100% right. That's not what I was saying, but so I was, yeah, but what she received, as would anybody else in that situation would have received, is you're not good enough. I need to help you do this, or otherwise you can't get it done. And so it's so disrespectful to jump in and do their job, right? So disrespectful. And that's the last time that happened. Hmm.
Well,
Last time that
it's
happened.
okay if I add on.
Sure.
I agree with everything you said. And I want to add that the reason she did that and felt that way is because she's an A player
Hmm.
in her DNA.
Yeah.
She's an A player.
Mhm.
There are other players that sometimes we hire who let you do that and use it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, like when I was, we had the coach of the Detroit Pistons speak at an event one time, and his name always escapes me when I want to tell this story. He passed away, Chuck Daly.
Okay.
You know Chuck Daly?
I don't.
He's the coach of the Pistons when they won a championship, coach of Orlando Magic when Shaq first came.
Okay.
Really famous NBA coach, really and a good guy, like a
Okay.
personality guy. And he spoke at our event, and as soon as he got done, was taking questions. I'm a basketball guy, and I'm like, "What's the secret to having a great team?" Like I'm thinking I'm asking a coaching question, like, "Well, you got to get them to do this, and you got to say this." And he's like, he looked at me like I was silly, because I had a pre-meeting with him, so he knew my name. He knew me a little bit. He's like, "Jim, that's the easiest question I've ever been asked." I'm leaning forward, ready. He goes, "Great players."
Mm,
It's like you can't make a C player an A player.
hmm
When you got an A player, that's what they do.
mm.
What Diane did, that's what they
But
do.
that's a
A
great
C
message
player,
there.
a C or a B player is like lets you do their job for them and hopes you don't notice that they're doing nothing and getting paid.
Hmm
That's what I think.
You know, my biggest challenge with this episode of the podcast.
About 16 different topics we covered.
Yeah, what do I name it?
How to have it all, I don't know.
How to have it all. There you go. How to have it all. P.S. Christmas bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. I enjoy these more and more. I'm getting I'm getting up like I'm going through a change.
Hmm
And I'm so excited about it
hmm
because I really believe that as a man, as a dad, as a husband, and as a businessman, I'm never treading water. It's
Yeah.
impossible. I'm either growing
hmm
or I'm shrinking.
You know the problem with it though? The problem with life,
This is deep.
two problems with life. Problem number one is first we get the test and then we get the lessons. That's problem number one,
That's
right?
deep. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
My
saying?
brain is like, yes. First we get the test, and
And
first,
then first we get the test. First we get the test on how to raise kids,
and then we learn how to raise them.
and then we learn how to raise them so we try to do a better job on our grandchildren, right? That's
Oh my gosh, that stings.
yeah. And then the second problem with life is we only grow muscles when somebody puts weight on our barbells.
Explain.
So I never grow when things are going well. Sad but true, right? I only learn going through hard times.
Yeah.
I only grow my muscles when somebody puts weight on my barbells. When I have a situation that's painful, hard, embarrassing, all those emotions, that's when I learn. I do my best work, unfortunately, when my back's against the wall. When people are counting on me, things are a little slow, a little painful. That's when I do my best work. And I wish I did my best work when things were great. But you know, I grow when people put weight on my barbells, and so I'm grateful for the growth. But weight on the barbells is hard, man. But that's how we grow. You know, we grow by going through difficult situations, scary situations, challenges. I make this
Yeah.
investment on a team. It's not panning out. We're a little short on cash right now. Uh, my friends might see my other loan officer friends, so I just added this person. My volume is going down. I feel less than. I'm embarrassed that I only closed this many loans. I'm a little bit embarrassed by that. But that's where the growth happens, you know.
Yeah. And for me, as I sit here and listen to it, like I'm in the middle of one of these phases, and we say like you're either going into a storm, you're in the middle of a storm, or you're coming out of a storm. Everybody that's listening is in one of those three spots, right? So
Mm,
I'm in the middle of some change, and what I really need to fix about myself is when someone puts weight on my barbells, if I think it's
Yeah.
too much weight, I get defensive,
Mm,
but only for a minute. I wish I just didn't get defensive at all, but
mm,
luckily, usually, not always, I catch it and then I take it as opportunity because when someone puts weight on my barbells, to me, that's correction or criticism or pressure,
hmm.
right? I don't know if that's what you mean by that, but that's what I heard. And
It is
yeah,
all
and
the above.
all the above. And like what is correction or criticism, especially if it's unsolicited, my first reaction is not the right one.
I get that, but see that's a perfect example. But because it's happened before, you've grown,
Uh-huh.
you're more mature, and even though the first reaction is do this, your maturity, your growth has taught you that's not the best move. Let's get past that first thought and let's go to
Yep.
the second thought and let's let the second part, which is just breathe into it and ponder the situation as opposed to reacting to the situation, and that's growth.
Yeah. How about this one? Show gratitude for it.
Mm,
Wow. When I do that, man, I like
mm,
you talk about springboard
mm,
with this group of people or this person comes to me and it feels like they're telling me I suck because I
mm,
kind of are. And I kind of do sometimes, frankly.
mm. Yeah.
Uh, when I when I flip it and express gratitude to them for that
Mm,
and mean it,
mm,
that's when I like
mm,
go to this other level. And it's like
mm,
the more I put myself in that situation, the more I can
mm.
springboard. And that's
So
what I do.
I'll have to work on the gratitude part. I've never challenged myself to do that. So let me work on that for the next 90 days.
Yeah, work on
I'll
that.
I will. So
Because like if they're doing it, let's say they're doing it not in the right spirit, but they're doing it because they feel threatened by you or something. It's still opportunity. Even if their heart's not in the right place for their correction is probably accurate.
mhm,
It probably is. It's probably something that other people notice and won't tell me
mhm,
because they love me or whatever.
mhm,
But these people maybe don't love me, so they're willing to just blast me.
mhm,
And it's
mhm,
something everybody else sees.
mhm,
Holy cow, what a blessing.
mhm,
Now, I don't get there quick, bro. It takes me about a week.
mhm.
Anyways, I know we're
I'll
blabbing.
have to ponder that one. All right,
Yeah.
man. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap
Hey,
this up.
again, if you want to talk to Jimmy and I about our accountability group that we're doing, hey, and let me tell you, this would only be for the people that really, really, really have a burning desire to get more. You've had this thing like if I just did this, I know it'd work. And so if you're brand new to the industry, this probably isn't going to be your group. We have other groups, but this one's not. This is more of the person that they're doing okay, and they know they would do even better if they just do a set of activities. And we can help you with those activities. But the main thing is just it's really kind of doing what you already know you need to do, just making sure that you're doing it. And we've come up with this way, accountability with a hug, that we think we can help you with that. So it'll be very interesting. I'm really looking forward to the beta group. So Diane at themarketinganimals.com, Diane at themarketinganimals.com, and she'll hook us up. So, all right. Appreciate you, Jimmy.
Thanks, bro.
All right. See you, buddy.